Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another review. Now, this is my first custom model showcase. This is my next custom model showcase. Now, some of you may not know that this is my third channel. If I've described in the description. So, let me explain. If some of you may not know, well, I'm Raja, now known as Frank Wyckoff. I have 3 channels over the years, but now I'm working on my third one. So, today's review will be on a review that I've already done before, but here's another one, but new and improved. And today's custom model showcase shall be on Trackmaster 2 Railway Series Old Chief Gordon and Henry. Now, some of you may not know, Gordon and Henry used to not be like this. They used to be, well, like this. Not like how they used to be in their new forms. And that's why I decided to just make one of them. So, here is one of my favoriteest versions ever. So, let's just take a look at Gordon first. Here's Gordon. Now, Gordon was made out of a Trackmaster 2 Gordon, obviously. So, this Gordon was made out of a Trackmaster 2 Gordon, since I already said that. But this one is a little more different. I already made one of these before, but never reviewed. So, let's get on to the model. This one was painted with the precious type of bright blue. Now, this bright blue was made severally the same. Now, the spot of red is my favorite kind, but not too much of my favorite. If you don't know, I made this out of, well, this. I'm going to show you what I make the lining out of. So, I used to do the lining of my Trackmaster Custom with this marker, which is actually just for other reasons. But now I use Posca paint pens. Just like from Duck Productions. If you've seen his channel, he made a review on the custom rolling stock he made. So, like he said, this one was, these are Posca paint pens with paint needles at the front. Although this one's a little bit of a light red. These are actually Japanese. So, here we go. If my camera would focus a little bit, then we can see. Come on. Come on. Okay, maybe it won't focus that much, but here, let's just take a look at the model. So, paint the numbers, paint the lining. Handrail was made from my pens. And if this will focus, here is the lining. There we go. There we go. Now let's just see the lining. Yep, that's Japanese, alright. So, that's it for Gordon. But the last touches I've done were adding the front windows and the dots at the top. Now let's take a look at Henry. Oh, and I forgot to mention. So, this is made out of a tender, which is a James tender that I use for my LNER V12. So, I finally made a tender that's straight, just like the LNER A3 Pacific tenders. The trick is easy. I just have to make it out of cardboard and then paint. And then it turned out like this. So, let's get on to Henry next. Oh, and plus, I gave Gordon the free roll action. And painted the wheels. Now let's see Henry. Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel, screeched through the tunnel, and never came out again. So, here we go. So, if some of you may recognize this, this is the exact same Henry that I made. Not really. This is just the updated version of my Trickmaster Henry. So, I've made this one out of a Gordon too. So, let's take a look at this with the original Trickmaster 2 Old Shape Henry. Alright, here it is with the new Henry. So, if we bring the new Henry front, we can see a lot of differences. Minus the buffers. So, on the old one, I created this one to mimic the face from Henry from the Classic series and from Season 8. This one was to mimic Season 7 and Season 18. And the CGI Henry. However, the biggest changes were the paintwork and the footplate and the tenders. So, the paintwork has changed because I gave it a darker shade of green. Now, this model is supposed to be, well, if I described it in my original video, it's supposed to be a Trackmaster version. Well, this is actually supposed to be the work in process version. The original one used to be the work in process version. So, the lining, and number 3, the tender, they're exactly the same as the original Gordon. I think I did a good job on this Henry, except inside of this one. Sorry, see. Number 3 stinks on this one. Now there are a bit of updates I created with this one. So, let's get into them. So, the original one, well, the new one has a black footplate and the original Gordon buffers. While this one has a white footplate and cut-off buffers from my Trackmaster Fearless Freddy. This version of Henry was given a darker green and, not to mention, better lining. As for this one, it's given a lighter shade of green and thicker lining, which is not really the type of thing I want. The new version has a better number 3, and it's greater from both left and right. However, this one has a little more finesse and ridiculousness. And after that, I gave it a little more, less ridiculousness, I guess. Top of the cab has a lot more brown and black to it, while the old one has a lot more green and less black to the top. Also comparing to it, the front of the tenders do look a little more not bad. The new version's face has a little bit of a touch to it with the mouth coloring and the look of the eyebrows, while the old version has a lot more to the eyebrows and a little more, well, I don't know, how about just saying less color to the mouth. And lastly, the handrails and the windows. The handrails on the new one are in great silver detail, actual silver. However, on the old one, they're actually just painted white. This was taken off from Reverend James Paul, now known as, I don't know, anything? Yeah, here's the guy who created Thomas the O-Gauge engine, the series, but I liked it before when he had the Trackmaster series. It's more extreme. The new one's lining on the windows is really finesse and really straight. However, the old one has a lot more less skinniness, and it's at the top level for the tender. So the prototype is nothing more but a piece of garbage. What do you all think of this prototype? Ridiculous? Dumb? Or could work for another video? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, until next time, to this stupid Henry. I've done a lot of work to these two engines. I even started my own type of series after it. Now, Sodor Shorts will return. Season 2 has already started, though. But don't worry, I'm still working on it. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Please make sure to like and subscribe, enter the comments, and tell me what you think of Old Chief Henry and Old Chief Gordon. And now, next to the next generation. Custom Play Ralph Gordon. Till next time.